guys have been teaching is like, you've got like the hook, which is like the initial like grabbing attention, and then you have the audience, and I think that's important. Like one of the things that I've kind of learned from you guys is like, if you really do need to niche out, but even I would even say like, instead of saying like, so we do wellness professionals. So instead of just saying wellness professionals, like you want to make sure, hey, establish wellness professionals. Cause one of the things I ran into was like people that hadn't even opened yet,
Mm,
and they were like, well, we're going to open up in 5 months, And
mm,
so if I'd kind of been more on the established professionals or established wellness professionals,
yeah.
like even little things like that can make a difference. And I
Yeah.
think, like you said, when you guys start ads, you kind of want to just get it out there. But like, even like you guys also mentioned doing the qualifying questions, like
Oh
that's
yeah.
another step of like, hey, are you making XYZ amount of money per month?
Yeah.
And, so things like that, just, those are all things that I've, coming into the beginning that I had to learn. And so right now I'm not currently running some strong ads, but want to, when I do, I'm going to probably start implementing more of those things.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Another thing that I see from mostly an ad standpoint is people trying to test too many variables at once.
mm,
Right, like you just mentioned, like there's the things in like your intake form or something, but you have the different hooks and you have different call to actions of how you're grabbing the leads, like if it's like through a messenger or DMs on Instagram, whatever it might be, right? But people trying to test too many variables at once against each other, and what I've often seen is that you can't really figure out if you have three completely different ads, for example, like everything's all over the place, and one of them works over the other, there's no real reason to know why, right? Because of all of the variability within that sequence. And I think when people initially do that, they're coming from a place of good, right? Because they're like, yeah, let's just see what works, right? But if you don't do it in the right kind of 1, 2, 3, in that kind of step formula, you're ultimately kind of hurting yourself in the long run, because you're either going to be wasting your ad budget or you're going to be banging your head against the wall when like kind of nothing works, right? And as you kind of mentioned there with the adding just that word established in front of the wellness brands, right? That kind of weeds out the people that aren't going to open for 5 months or maybe have only been open for a month, right? And just getting really granular in that little testing right up front, I think is what allows people to have the most success. But I also want to touch on kind of the organic side.